Today I've got artist and angler Eric Estrada on the boat. Now it's a little bit different. You know, we've had a lot of full-time guides on the boat, and Eric probably easily could be a full-time guide, but his main passion, what he's known for the most, is his artwork in regards to the fishing world as well as the lifestyle of fishing. He really stood out in the world because his artwork is so unique. We're going to be fishing in the Biscayne Bay area and primarily discussing water quality issues in regards to runoff as well as industrial pollution that have plagued the bay and affected both seagrass and fisheries within the bay in the intercoastal and nearshore waters of Miami. I'm Captain Sam Atwell, and this is Florida Sportsman Watermen. Eric Estrada.
What's up, man?
Dude, thank you for having me down to the 305.
Yeah, and finally we opened up today. Yeah. I think the beaches opened up today, so see if we can get on some fish.
What do you think? What's the plan for today?
The weather seems pretty good. We got a pretty good tide. Maybe start off looking for tarpon and then try to find some bonefish.
So I mean, here you guys have, you got the cityscape right here, but you can catch pretty much all the top inshore species, right?
Yeah, bonefish, tarpon, permit, mostly tarpon right now.
Yeah.
Bonefish will start to pick up again in about a month, but they should be showing pretty strong already.
Mm-hmm. I think time of the year wise, it's not real late, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just kind of getting into season two. They're moving up and down.
Our tarpon here just started pushing off, and we should still have, there's usually a lot of residential fish right here.
Sure.
But migratory fish have already started pushing off north of here, but we should be able to get into some.
And you guys will get them year round.
Yeah. We have a lot of residential fish. Granted, during the migration, there's an abundance of tarpon, but we still do pretty good.
Dude, I'm thoroughly excited. You know, part of what I wanted to say is I seen your artwork. Before I even knew you, I saw your artwork and I was like, dude, this guy's original. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to be original. It's hard to do things that haven't been done before.
Yeah.
And seeing your artwork initially, I was like, that's cool. You know what I mean? It's right up your alleyway. You know, you're an incredible inshore fisherman. You're applying it in art. That's awesome, dude.
Thanks, man.
That's
yeah,
really
it's just
cool.
kind of inspired by Miami. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Artwork's different.
Dude,
Miami's a different place.
It's so much different than where I'm from, man.
Yeah.
So much different. I feel like a fish out of water, no pun intended. It's like, you know, even getting down here on 95, you know, it just feels so strange to me, all of this. So it's exciting to fish in somewhere like that, you know?
Yeah.
Let's do it, man. Let's get started. What are you thinking first out of the gate? What do you want to do?
We got an outgoing tide right now, so usually they stack up on the bridges, the tarpon do. And once the tide bottoms out, they'll end up flushing through the bridge and going out to the ocean side. So
they seem to love that current, that moving water, that pushes bait through.
And the good thing, even when it slacks out, they'll just float up in the top right here on the edge of the channel. So right now, I suggest we check out right in front of this bridge, maybe somewhere around the middle, the deepest point, and see if we can get some fish to bite.
Cool, man, let's do it. This time of year, do you think that these fish are like the residential fish that'll hang out here, or do you think these fish are still gonna move?
We might have a couple schools that are still late to head north, but you know, we're already, mid-June? Our fish are, for the most part, migratory fish are already out of here. But there's fish in this cut pretty much year round. Just knowing how to target them. What they eat changes throughout the year. So you just gotta know what they're eating the time of year, and you have some success.
Miami. Dude, where is my cafecito? I thought you were gonna bring me a cafecito this morning.
I made some. I actually should have brought some. I made a fresh batch. If you look at my Instagram story.
Dude, I always see those videos of yours and I'm like, oh my God. Ah!
Yeah, if you would've let me know, I would've made. I made a whole pot. I only drank 1 4-ounce cup of it.
Yeah, those things are so, I've got such a sweet tooth for those things.
I mean, if it's a jacket, it might be a good one.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Feel the tail kicks in them, so. Look at all these bikers right here.
Oh, that's nuts.
Hey, I'm tight on a fish, woo!
It's like 50 freaking guys on bikes.
You good? Let's get this thing up so I can see it.
That's just like a grouper. That's a good jack.
Yeah, right, that'd be cool. I'll take it, I'll take it. It's nice to knock the dust off and not blow it on a tarpon first thing out of the gate. Catch this, dude.
Oh, good size on him.
Yeah, not bad. Is this an average size fish for you guys?
I don't know. I typically target jacks here, but back in the day we used to get them like that or bigger.
Spool Tech doing his job right there.
Always.
Not bad.
That's a nice jack. What do they call it? American Trevally.
Yeah. Cool fish, man. Teaches people how to fight fish really well.
Yeah.
That, you know, don't come down and fish saltwater fish.
For sure.
Pound for pound.
And the best part, they're always willing to eat.
Always, always, always. Nice. Somewhere to start.
Those guys are filming something, you heard them. That's what they said on the bicyclist. That guy's out here every day doing that.
Yeah, he was funny. He was like, yeah, I'm just looking to get a little tug before work or something like that. What do you say?
They're hungry and they're mad.
Yeah.
This segment is
Super
brought to
aggressive,
you
never
by
stop swimming, always,
Stewart
always,
and
always
Alamorada
chasing.
Boatworks.
You know,
From flats to
sit
fathoms.
still. Which is why when you...
Stewart Boatworks and Alamorada Boatworks. Semi-custom lifetime boats. Boats of distinction for the discerning angler. From flats to fathoms. Stewart Boatworks and Alamorada Boatworks.
Oof, look at that.
Yep.
What do you think that is, bone?
Yeah, look at the one behind it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, those are bones.
But it's pretty amazing that you guys you have this fishery in your backyard. I mean, we're a few miles from downtown Miami, and then you're able to go out and wade a flat that's shin deep at fish that are tailing and cruising and swimming.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You know, we were seeing them. We were on the boat. We were seeing them on the other side of the ridge. We decided to just jump out and chase them.
Mm-hmm. It's
The bottom's hard enough that we could do that.
kind of what you're used to. You do that a lot. I mean, you know, small skiffs, it's like technical fishing.
Yeah, even when I bring my paddleboard, sometimes it's fun to just beach it and walk to the fish, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about just getting them on foot, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's definitely...
You feel a
it's
little more
definitely
connected.
More of like a hunt, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And you certainly can be quieter. I mean, my ankles are like snapping like twigs in this thing, so I'm trying
Slightly pushing away from us right now.
to, where do you think they're going?
They're just pushing
Oh,
out.
I see. I don't think they know we're here though.
Nah, they just hear our voices. No, I'm kidding. He kind of turned towards us a little bit now. There's a couple. There's that one there. There's one that was just past them. Yeah, they're still happy
How many
fish.
fish do you think are in that?
I've seen at least 4 or 5 tails pop up individually in separate pushes. But a lot of times, even though you see 4 or 5 tails up, there's probably 10. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like tarpon for everyone you see roll. There's like 4 underneath it, 5
you see
underneath
them
it.
slightly going left now.
Yeah.
Maybe we should stop speaking so we could try to cut them off.
Got him off of the pass.
We just need them to turn and come towards
come
us.
I got him.
Big Mohara.
Tomorrow. Swear to you.
Big Mohara. That's the faint little tails you were seeing.
Freaking snook bait.
Oh boy.
Freaking tank Mahara.
Dude, they were eating this thing.
What is that? Does it count for anything? Holy, dude, world record?
That's the difference though. The ones that were like big, aggressively tailing compared. Oh, I just got something eating there. What you want to do is you're gonna want to spot these schools of Mohara, right?
Sand perch. Large sand perch. Size large.
I think we've
Let's turn.
I think we should start heading back because I'd like to catch the tide on the north end of the island.
How did you get started with your artwork?
I mean, I've always been doing art my whole life, just different kinds.
Was it fishing before art or was it art before fishing?
Kind of both at the same time. I
Really?
just didn't really merge them two together up until about 2012.
Uh-huh.
About June of 2012, I decided to paint a fish. And
Were you in in elementary school, high school, or whatever? Were you in art class, or were you not even?
yeah, I took art class, but my dad was an artist, so he always took me with him along on his jobs to help him out, do a lot of the grunt work. You know, he just taught me how to fill stuff in. He'd come in and do that's something much bigger there. I think this might be a shark.
Pushing?
Yeah, going left to right. It's a shark, right?
What sort of art did your dad do?
He did like Cuban folk art, like old sceneries from Cuba and whatnot.
Like landscapes and
landscape stuff. Pretty much in like Cuban restaurants around town. He'd do murals on their walls. And then I got into middle school. I started doing graffiti. We had a wall in our backyard, and my buddies and I would just practice tagging on it. We would go down the street to the train yard and do the same thing on some freight trains. And you know, fast forward, I'm in my mid-20s. I got the urge to do graffiti, but I was like, kind of too old to vandalize some stuff. So my buddy suggested we go to Walmart and pick up some canvas. I'm like, dude, it's like 2 in the morning. Does Walmart actually sell canvas? He's like, yeah.
No way.
So we went over there, bought canvas. I painted a fish. I painted a redfish tail, and he started laughing at me. He came out terrible. And then all my friends started ridiculing me, just giving me crap. Saying,
How old were you at that point in time?
I don't know, like 25, 26. And all my buddies were just giving me crap, like, why would you paint a redfish? Why would you paint a fish, period? That's stupid. I'm like, dude, that's all I do is fish. I fish and I paint, so.
How,
Painted the redfish, and 3 weeks later, not even 2 months later, I quit my job and have been doing art full time ever since.
What?
2 months after I painted my first canvas.
That's cool, man. Like I said, like the artwork that you do is so much more original than anything else I've ever seen. I've never seen anything else like it, really.
Yeah, luckily it's allowed me to do what I love for a living. You know?
Right.
Get to fish, I get to paint.
Yeah, and you're in the market that you want to be, and like I said too, you're unique in your own sense. So that's great, man. I mean, that's something that not a lot of people can say.
Yeah.
This segment is brought to you by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Florida Sportsman Watermen is sponsored in part by these fine companies.
Here they come.
They're coming towards us now, right?
Yeah, here they come. Coming right at you. Right at you. Go.
Eat it.
What are these?
Bonefish.
No way.
If it's not bonefish, they're bluefish.
Bluefish?
I saw a bunch of green and blue on them.
I don't know what I saw, but it's fighting a lot like a
bonefish.
Like a bonefish. So let's see what it is. Kind of looks reddish.
I saw a lot of yellow there when he jumped.
I did too. Maybe it's a mullet, dude.
No, definitely not a mullet. Is it a jack? Big bluefish, I'm telling you. I saw a lot of blue on him. He ate it though. It's a GT.
Oh, it's a barjack, isn't it? Let's see it.
Bluefish?
Yellowjack. It's a yellowjack.
What is this thing?
It's a yellowjack.
I've never seen one.
That thing take some line or what?
Dude,
Yeah, it wasn't the one we were looking for.
Dude, this thing ripped drag though.
Yeah, people talk about bonefish. What about a yellowjack on the flats? And that's actually a pretty good one for the flats.
Dude, I've been fishing out here for 12 years and I've never even seen one, caught one.
I've caught them a lot offshore, especially like down in the Keys.
This is crazy how they came up onto the flat, like looking like a school of bonefish.
Right. It was crazy
around.
when they came out the boat. It was just like in a V shape.
Yeah,
you
just
know what I mean?
exactly how
same
bonefish
thing a giant school of bones would do.
And I just saw the blue hue in the water, so.
But you said the funniest thing because you were like, yeah, I saw like gold or like yellow. Remember? You said you saw yellow, and like once they came to us and kind of turned off of us, and that's exactly what we saw. It was like the yellow, like above his eyes and on his back as he turned. And that's pretty cool.
And bonefish have green backs and blue tails, so I saw the blue in the water. I was like, oh, it looks like they might be bonefish. The way they were swimming.
Yeah, and like the ones I saw earlier, the bonefish I saw earlier were like jet black. It looked like a snake.
Yeah, that's because they're big. The big ones get that dark color.
Join us for this week's On the Conservation Front as we dive deeper into critical water issues facing the state.
All right, Mike, thanks for coming and take the time to talk to me a little bit about Biscayne Bay and the issues that the Miami area as well as the Bay have.
My pleasure. I've known the Bay a long time. I mean, I moved to Miami when I was 5 years old, 1963. And now with sea level rise and saltwater intrusion happening in the Bay, the mangroves now are threatened by too much salt water. Mm-hmm. The forests behind the mangroves are too salty. It's cascading effect.
Hypersalinity.
Hypersalinity, and a lot of the Bay is very it's hypersaline. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of runoff in Dade County. A lot of people fertilize. A lot of people do all these things, and it's a problem with. There's algal blooms on Biscayne Bay. You keep hearing about the algal blooms on Florida Bay,
sure,
which have been chronic for years and years in a row. Biscayne Bay has local algal blooms as well.
Right.
It's not cyanobacteria blooms like you see happen to the St. Lucie or the Clusahatchee from Lake Okeechobee. It's a different genus of algae.
Sure.
But it's still a sign. The algae are firing up, and they make the water cloudy. Consequently, you have less sunlight to get to the seagrasses for photosynthesis, and the grass doesn't flourish like it should. All the fresh water used to come to Biscayne Bay from the Everglades. Used to come up in artesian wells. They used to come fill, settlers back around the turn of the century used to come into the bay and fill their casks for their boats of water in the middle of Biscayne Bay where there was a freshwater boil that came
Really?
up. They did.
Wow.
Right along the shoreline, anybody knows Biscayne Bay from Key Biscayne south to Cutler, all that water seepage came out of the Everglades. When the Everglades was swollen with water, all that water came south to Florida Bay. It also came to Biscayne Bay.
Sure.
But development has siphoned a lot of straws in the ground now. A lot of people live there now. A lot of swimming pools there. A lot of drinking water is needed. So the water is being used up by the burgeoning population, but also it's been starved of fresh water from a lot more agriculture west of Dade County, out west. So everybody's tapping that water.
This segment is brought to you by Columbia PFG, trusted by anglers for 25 years.
What do you got, Sam?
Not sure. See a wake coming right at us. It's synonymous with the permit wake, but at this point in time,
Good choice of words. It's a permit. I can feel it in my plums.
light bluish hue dancing right off of them.
Good cast. Good
Is it though?
cast.
Is it?
Yeah, baby.
You tell me what that is.
It's a permit.
I hope my knots are good.
Woo. Just focus on getting the fish really quick.
I'm just gonna treat this like a bar jack or something.
There it is. The power pulls up?
Yeah. Better turn and burn, dog. That thing took line like none other right there, bud. And all I'm thinking about is like every little fiber in that line, the knots, the hook. It's like shell shock, you know, you like kind of black out for a second, your ears are like ringing. Kind of like when you jump a good tarpon and you hear its gills rake or something. Oh, don't do that. Don't go in there. I don't know why you would do that, but dude, serious hard on these things. Kind of keep going out here, bud. Just want to get them away from all their stuff. They got an anchor line out 100%. Come on, dude. Come on, dude.
Ooh, big fish.
Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Please just turn around. Please just turn around.
You're at the point where you might have to try to turn him, or he might.
Just keep going out. Keep going out. Crazy, dude. It's so stressful, man. Why does it have to be so stressful? I thought this was supposed to be fun.
For sure. Like we said, that tide turned and they just started flushing out.
How many did we see coming around that bend?
It was probably like the 7th or 8th one.
Seventh or eighth one for sure. That goes to show you right there. I mean, we've seen probably 4 more throughout the course of the day. Come to the back here. Kind of keep spinning around here.
Yeah, I'm on it.
What do you think, bud?
Fuck
Is that
yeah.
him? Is that him?
That's him.
Whoa! Yes! Dude, are you kidding me right now?
Right at the end, dude. That sunset just set it off.
Dude, Eric, what do I say, man?
We got it done.
What do I say, dude?
And that's our episode.
You the boss. That was emotional. I mean, it's kind of like if you were to invest money in stocks and then you come back the next day and you're like a millionaire, only I'm still broke and I feel like I'm rich though.
Dude, we just like
You
ended
know?
up right on this boat right quick.
Oh my gosh.
It was looking a little grim there for a while. Spent the whole day, we caught, what, waded up to a tailing mohara,
Seen Taylor Maharas, thought they were bonefish.
pushed up to that school of yellow jacks.
Caught some yellow jacks, yep. And
Which, don't get me wrong, the yellow jack fought really good. It was,
yeah. I mean,
was
we
fun.
had shots at big tarpon.
Swimmers, Oceanside.
Saw some bonefish this morning.
We did.
But it's like every single, when something doesn't work out and you try plan B and it doesn't work out, you try plan C and it doesn't work out.
D didn't work out either.
D probably didn't work out either, but finally.
Plan P worked.
Yeah, dude, somewhere down the line, I forget, I honestly stopped counting.
Permit P.
You know, sun's going down, right? Sun's going down. And I think a lot of people probably would have gone back to the ramp already.
Yeah, Cameron was hounding us. For
I
a
mean,
while.
you know, the camera guy's getting cranky, he hasn't eaten anything. He looks like he's been sitting under a broiler oven all day.